Okay, I'm super excited about today's episode because this is by far the most different episode I've ever done. I have a number of upcoming tour dates, and I'm super excited about this because we're actually going to be doing some guided breathwork meditation before the shows. And I've had a lot of people say, well, what is it like? Like, can you give me an idea of what to experience? I'm so excited. I'm going to be there, but I'm really curious. So I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and do an episode where people can actually experience a taste of what these breathing sessions are like. Now, the very first one is going to be in Toronto. So in Canada, if you are listening, March the 11th, I'm going to be in Toronto, and that's going to be the very first breathwork session that we do on this tour. I'm super excited. So if you are in Toronto, it's free. Come and join me. Stay tuned. There's some other ones that I can't say yet, but we are about to announce. So make sure you stay in touch with the website or with the email list, either calmitdownpodcast.com or chadlawson.com. But without further ado, I'm just going to walk you through a couple of things that is going to just make you relaxed. Okay, so if you are in a place right now where you're not sitting comfortably, or if you are in a very active place, perhaps wait and do this tonight, or do this at a time where you are most comfortable and ready to just be able to kind of downshift. I highly recommend doing this laying down. To be honest, what I love to do is just lay down with my arms by my side, with my hands, my palms facing up. In yoga, it's called Shavasana. And you don't have to do it this way, but it's super helpful. Another thing that I like to do is I put my left hand over my heart, and I put my right hand kind of on my belly button, kind of on my stomach. And that's another way to relax too. So here we go. This is a taste of what breathwork session is going to be like for those that are attending the shows live. Again, March the 11th is the first one in Toronto. Stay tuned. There are more dates announced. Here we go. I'm Chad Lawson, and let's calm it down in 3, 2, 1. Okay, here we go. Let's have some fun. I'm super excited. I'm actually doing this live. There's no editing. I have a microphone in front of my face, and I have microphones inside of my piano right now. So I'm actually going to be playing live while I'm doing this, and I'm also videoing this. So make sure you check out the YouTube channel for Calm It Down Podcast, and you can actually watch this if you would like as well. Okay, I'm going to stop talking now. So make sure you're seated comfortably. Perhaps on a cushion, or if you're lying down. So right now we're actually just going to breathe normal. We're not going to count. We're not going to try to visualize anything. We're just wanting to downshift. So with our eyes closed, so I want to show you this thing called conscious breathing. It's a fancy way of just saying paying attention to how your breath feels. as you're slowly breathing in, just notice how it feels. That's all. Are you breathing in through your nose? Are you breathing in through your mouth? If you're breathing in through your mouth, more than likely you're feeling your chest rise. And if you're breathing in through your nose, more than likely you'll feel your stomach rise. If we could transition to taking these breaths in through our nose. And as you breathe out, imagine you have this straw. With pursed lips, we're going to exhale ever so gently when we breathe out. But we're going to do it with these pursed lips, so it's as if we're breathing out through a straw. If you would, take a gentle inhale and just gently take a beautiful exhale. Inhale and slow exhale. And all we're doing is we're just kind of noticing how the air feels as it goes into our nose. Is it warm? Does it feel kind of moist? If your mind begins to wonder just a little bit, if it kind of goes off course, it's okay. Your mind is doing what you're supposed to do. It's thinking, right? But we just want to bring it back to the breath in a very polite and gentle way of just how does that breath feel. And how does it feel as you gently blow the breath out? So I'm going to show you this thing. It's called Samavitri, which is really just also known as box breathing. And if you would, with your eyes still closed and you're still comfortable, we're all relaxed now at this point, I want you to imagine this four-sided box. And this four-sided box has all equal sides, right? Let's say that each side is for 4 counts, for 4 seconds. So one side of this box, we're going to breathe in for 4 seconds. And in the second side of the box, we're going to hold that breath for 4 seconds. The bottom half of the box, we're going to exhale that breath for 4 seconds. And then the final part of the box is we're going to hold that for 4 seconds. So it's a breathe in for 4 seconds. We're going to hold for 4 seconds. We're going to breathe out for 4 seconds. And then we're going to hold for 4 seconds. Okay? Now here's the fun thing. I'm going to count for you. But we're going to do it in a really interesting way. Every time you hear me play a note or play a chord, that's one side of the box, right? So if I were to do this, let's breathe in. And the next chord, that's the other side, that's the hold. And if I played another chord, that's exhale. And if I did one more chord, that's hold, right? And so what I want you to do is I just want you to relax. Don't worry about counting. I'm going to do the counting for you. And I just want you to get into this place where what you're doing is noticing how gently you're breathing, but also waiting for the sound of each chord to tell you what side of the box we're on. There's a science behind this, but right now we're such in a Zen state that I'm not going to share the science with you because I don't want to get heady. I'm so relaxed right now, and I think you are too, and I'd like for us both to stay that way. Okay, so here we go. Are you ready? Take a nice exhale. Let's just gently get out what we have. Okay, here we go. Breath in. Hold. Breath out. Hold. Oh, you're doing great. Breath in. Hold. Breath out. Hold. Let's keep doing this. Breath in. Hold. Breath out. Hold. Breath in. Hold. Breath out. Hold. Just a deep exhale. Just relax. We're going to take a quick break from the box. Just notice how you feel right now. Let's return to that conscious breathing. Just relax breath. Slow inhales, slow exhale, just gentle. return to that box breathing, that samarviti. Okay, so we're going to take a breath in. Hold. Breath out. Hold. Breath in. Hold. Breath out. Hold. Deep release. Gentle exhale. So I don't know if you noticed, but on that box, the sides were a little bit longer. They were 5 seconds instead of 4. You did amazing. You did so good. And the amazing thing is, when we take these longer exhales, it's turning the switch on. I call it the breath switch. But it's turning the switch on in our body, in our mind, in our vagus nerves. That's basically saying, relax. And it's allowing us to literally just to exhale in many ways. So for some of you, that box could be 4 counts all the way around. Some of you could be 5, some could be 6. Experiment with it. Give it a try. Let's start slow, right? I have a lot of people that just constantly ask me, how do I fall asleep? Right? Just by the time we get into bed, our mind is just racing from the day of all the things we didn't get done, or just all the things that we did do and we weren't really crazy about doing. We've all been there. And so I want to show you one of my favorite things, and I teach this all the time when I teach. It's called 478, and I promise you, it's going to knock you out. Now, I will say, a lot of this stuff takes practice, just like anything, right? It's a habit. And so what I recommend doing, something like this one, 478, is even though the breath is like a switch and we can turn it on, we also have to be aware of the environment that we're in, right? If we're laying in bed and we're scrolling through our phone and the television's on and maybe we have some white noise somewhere, like a lot of that stuff is just such a sensory overload, right? So it's really hard to just all of a sudden just say, okay, I'm going to count, I'm going to fall asleep. It doesn't really work that way. So I really recommend getting into a practice of one, if you're having a hard time falling asleep, getting into a practice of setting an alarm when it's time to go to bed, right? I do my best to have lights out at 10:15. Doesn't always happen, but I do my best. But I have an alarm on my phone that around 5 after 10, it goes off and it's like, hey, here is your 10-minute warning. And the cool thing is, once you start getting into this habit of doing that, even just setting an alarm of when to go to bed, your body begins to sense that. And it becomes a routine, if you will. So if you're having a hard time falling asleep, set a routine, set an alarm that you're going to go to bed every single night at the same time. It's a big help. But the other one is this breathing technique called 4-7-8. It's really simple. I hope you're enjoying this. I'm having a blast right now. I'm just playing and talking. Alright. So the number is 4-7-8. It's just like it sounds. We're going to breathe in. We're going to take an inhale for 4 seconds. We're going to hold that for 7 seconds. And then we're going to slow exhale for 8 seconds. So again, we're going to breathe in through our nose for 4 seconds. We're going to hold that breath for 7 seconds. And then we're going to do a really gentle exhale, kind of like what we did earlier with the pursed lips. Imagine yourself blowing through a straw as you breathe out for 8 seconds. 4-7-8. Okay? Are you ready? Let me see what I'm going to play. Oh, I know what I can do. Here we go. You ready? We're going to breathe in for 4. Starting now. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Exhale. 8, 7, 6. Last one. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. And just let that go. And just gentle breath. Stay there. Just wait. hope you've enjoyed this. This has been really nice, I gotta be honest. I had an episode written, and usually what I do is I write the episode, then I take a break, and generally I do some breath work or actually do some yoga. And as I was doing yoga today, in between, at the very end I was laying there in Shavasana, and I had my hand on my heart, and I was just feeling my heartbeat. And I said, you know what, why don't I do this for an episode? Just emphasize the importance of rest. You guys have heard me say it 1,000 times. We don't need another life hack, we just need rest. And so I wanted to offer you a little bit of rest today, and to also just give you permission to be okay with being calm, finding just some time to exhale. Thank you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I don't get many times where I can just quietly sit and just play. So now with that same appreciation, I'd like for you to imagine you thanking yourself for taking the time that you just did, that you just shared with me, and allowing yourself rest, allowing yourself to just kind of take a break from everything. Be proud of that, right? Be proud of being able to just stop. Notice how good you feel right now. It's amazing how little we do this, how little we allow ourselves to just rest. Again, you can find this on YouTube if you'd like, or you can obviously play this podcast again as much as you would like. If you're trying to go to bed, I really recommend just listening to it. Obviously, blue screens are proven to keep us awake at night, so maybe not watching YouTube before going to bed. But if you're going to be anywhere where I'm close by doing one of these sessions, they're not all super chill. There's an element of chill, of course, because I want you guys to be able to learn how to downshift. But I also do a lot more different techniques as well, so it's not all just like super sleepy. Toronto, I will see you in March. Washington, D.C. Ooh, did I just leak that out? Oh my goodness. I think I just did. Don't tell anyone. Stay tuned for the websites as far as when these live breath sessions are happening. Alright? Find peace. Create some calm. Love yourself. To find more episodes of Calm It Down, or to see concert dates where I may be performing in your area, or to simply know where to send some chocolate chip cookies, visit calmitdownpodcast.com. This podcast was produced by yours truly, Chad Lawson, composer, pianist, and nationally recognized sweet tooth. Now, something my attorney would like for me to say. The views, expressions, and techniques in this episode are of my personal opinion and not intended to, nor should they, serve as a substitute for medical advice or diagnosis rendered to you by your individual doctor or other healthcare provider. Only a licensed physician should evaluate your situation, provide a diagnosis, or render other medical advice to you, and you should act only upon the advice of this physician. Now, what I would like to say. I'm an extreme empath by nature, but my profession is that of a composer and pianist, not a licensed therapist or a physician. I hear from thousands of listeners how my music has helped them through various stages of emotional needs, and I simply want to offer this and future podcast episodes to aid those needs. To find a list of licensed professionals in your area, please visit calmitdownpodcast.com. And then finally, to help keep this podcast continuing each week and without ads, would you please consider pitching in $2 or $3 a month? Your $2 or $3 a month will go a long way in supporting the time, the additional people, and content that you hear each week. If you would please visit calmitdownpodcast.com, look for the white coffee cup with a cute little red heart in the center, or you can scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page to find a QR code that will take you there directly. Again, just $2 or $3 a month would be amazing. Thank you. I'm Chad Lawson, and until next time, be kind to your mind. And join me next week as we calm it down.